Have you ever wondered how games began? Where did the idea come from? And what was the first game the world ever knew? Today, we'll take you on a journey through the history of games. In 1958, the first electronic game called Tennis for Two was designed. It was a simple game simulating a tennis match, developed in an American laboratory by scientist William Higginbotham. This marked the beginning that inspired dozens of scientists and inventors to develop this field further. Then we move on to Japan, the amazing country that played a prominent role in the advancement of the gaming industry. In 1977, Nintendo released its first home gaming console, Color TV Game, marking the beginning of a new era of devices that brought games into homes in Japan and around the world. Over the years, Nintendo was set for a real revolution in the gaming industry. In 1983, the company launched the Nintendo Entertainment System (NES), which completely changed how people experienced gaming at home. This device was a turning point as it brought iconic games like Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda. With the NES, home gaming took on a special character, and video games spread into nearly every home, making them an integral part of popular culture. Sega was observing the gaming market and its developments from a distance, until it decided in 1983 to officially enter the market. The company launched its first home console, the SG-1000. Although it didn't achieve the same success that Nintendo had with the NES, Sega paved the way for its strong entry into the gaming industry. In 1985, Sega launched the Master System, which featured advanced technical specifications and directly competed with the NES. Although its success in the United States was limited, it gained significant popularity in Europe and South America. In 1991, Sega introduced Sonic the Hedgehog, who became the company's mascot, and helped boost the console's popularity, making Sega a strong competitor in the home gaming market. In the 1990s, competition heated up between Nintendo and Sega with the launch of the Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis to rival the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. SNES Nintendo introduced popular games such as Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country, while Sega responded with titles like Sonic the Hedgehog and Street of Rage. This rivalry divided players into two camps and lasted for years. In 1994, Sony entered the market with the PlayStation, which revolutionized gaming thanks to its modern technology and titles like Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid, leading to the gradual decline of Sega and Nintendo's dominance. So in 2000, Sony launched the PlayStation 2, which became the best-selling console in history, with over 155 million units sold, supported by a massive library of games like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. In contrast, Nintendo tried to compete with the GameCube in 2001, but it failed to achieve the same success as the PS2. As for Sega, after the failure of the Dreamcast released in 1999, the company exited the home console market due to poor sales and the dominance of the PlayStation 2. This period marked the beginning of Sony and Nintendo's control over the gaming market. In the mid-2000s, competition between Microsoft and Sony intensified, with Nintendo also entering the fray. Microsoft released the Xbox 360 in 2005, featuring high-quality graphics and Xbox Live, with games like Halo 3 and Gears of War. In 2006, Sony responded with the PlayStation 3, equipped with the Cell processor and Blu-ray support, regaining momentum with exclusive games like Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us. That same year, Nintendo introduced the Wii, with innovative motion controls that attracted a new audience and achieved huge sales with games like Wii Sports. This period saw fierce competition between the three consoles, each excelling in its own area. Sony launched the PlayStation 4 in 2013, which achieved great success with exclusive games like The Last of Us Remastered and Bloodborne. Meanwhile, Microsoft's Xbox One faced some challenges due to decisions like the need for a constant internet connection, but it improved the console with the release of the Xbox One X. In 2017, Nintendo introduced the Switch, a hybrid console that combined portable and home gaming, achieving success with games like The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Odyssey. In 2020, Sony released the PlayStation 5, which supported 4K resolution but faced criticism due to high game prices. Meanwhile, Microsoft offered the Game Pass service with continuous improvements to the Xbox Series X. This is where the video ends, as we reviewed the key milestones in the development of gaming consoles in the current generation.